Hi, it's Natalie at CustomCrafts.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful vintage holiday wreath as part of our holiday decor series. So you are going to need an old book. Some people use sheet music, old sheet music. Christmas carols are fun to use, old hymnals. Maybe you have a girlfriend that has a favorite book and you can find an extra copy and use that to make her a wreath. That would be a really fun idea. We'll also be using some of the Melissa Francis brand new product that we have, the white mica flakes. And we'll be using the Melissa Francis crepe paper also. And then for the center of our wreath, we use some of this really cool new Graphic 45 holiday paper. So let's get started in building our holiday wreath. So the first step in our wreath project is that you need a 12-inch wreath form. That is actually what's under this giant wreath, if you can believe it. And the other great thing about this wreath is that because it's all made of paper, it's super, super light. So you could pretty much hang it anywhere. So I'm going to take the pages that I've torn from my book, and if you have something like the Glue Glider Pro, the Permatack, this is a great product to use on this project because it's difficult to put double stick tape on and then peel off the liners. It just is more time consuming. So this is a great tool. So what I'm going to do is create many little cones that are just like this. And how you do that is you just put a little bit of Permatack on one of the corners and you just fold the page over and secure it like that. So when we get all of these made, we're going to start securing them around the wreath form. And you can see I'm working on one of the Tattered Angels craft mats, and I'm doing that because I'm working with glue and that's kind of messy, but also I'm going to be spraying my wreath with Glimmer mist, so it's kind of a dual purpose here. So you can just start adhering your pages to your wreath form, and you just want them to fill the circle. So you put a little bit more glue on. And then you put your next page down. And you just continue working your way around the circle. Okay, so we've got our first layer done and we're ready to start the second layer. So with the second layer, I'm just going to take the same rolled paper pieces and I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue in between the pages I just put on, and then I'm just going to set this in between. And you try not to burn your finger off with the hot glue gun. So you just continue doing that until you've got your whole second layer done. Okay. So we're all done with our first two layers, and I showed you how to roll the paper for those two layers. I'm just going to push this to the side for just 1 second while I show you how to do the paper for the other layers. So we're going to be making a shape that is like this. So what you're going to be needing to do is using 2 sheets of paper. And I'm going to put some Glue Glider Pro here and some Glue Glider Pro here. So this is the same sheet, and you put Glue Glider Pro adhesive on each corner. Then I'm going to put these two pieces together, and then I'm going to roll up from the bottom corner. And then after you get it rolled up, you're just going to push your last corner down, and then you have your little pointed shape that's going to be your next layer. And we're going to start to put these pieces here. So they're going to go in between the pieces that you just put on. So I put a little glue there and hold that down. So everything, all the paper is adhered to our wreath form. And there's another great reason that we're working on this craft mat, and that's because even this craft mat isn't really big enough for this wreath. We're gonna spray it with some Glimmer Mist. We're gonna use some of the Tattered Angels Gold Glimmer Mist, and you can see by the quantity in the bottle, it's my new favorite color. So we're just going to lightly mist our wreath and give it a really nice shimmer. And then after that has dried, we can go back and do some inking and do a little bit of distressing of the pages. You can also do that beforehand, but if we wait till now, we can be sure that we're really distressing what's seen from the wreath. If you do it beforehand, then you're probably doing a lot of unnecessary work. So that's why I wait until this point in order to do the distressing. So we're going to put this aside, and we're going to work on the paper mache and the Santa graphic that goes in the middle of our wreath. Okay, so we're going to work on our graphic 45 Santa page. This is a really cool paper because these are actually little pop-outs, and they're all different sizes. So we're just going to tear our little Santa out, and we'll set this sheet aside. And we're going to be using some Melissa Francis Mica Flakes and some of the German glass glitter in white. This is kind of a see-through. You don't really, it allows what's underneath to come through, whereas some of the other colors are completely opaque, so you can't see what's coming from underneath. So let's start by just putting a little bit of Flour Soft, squeezing a little bit out. And if you want to use a paintbrush in order to spread this adhesive, you can do that. This is just going to give our sheet just a little bit of a shimmer. You can also use Mod Podge if you would rather go that way. And then what's nice about the Flour Soft is it dries completely clear, so you can't see the adhesive underneath. And I'm staying away from the gold frame because I'm going to be using some of our stickles to highlight the frame. So let's start with our German glass glitter. And I'm just going to sprinkle it lightly where I've put my Flour Soft on. And then after you've done that, then you can grab your Melissa Francis Mica Flakes and just give your Santa a little sprinkle. And this will stick to the Flour Soft as well.